Wanted to see if you could respond to where Obama's executive action on immigration now stands in the courts. And on Friday, a federal appeals court heard 2.5 hours of debate on this, and it's still unclear whether or not they'll grant a stay to lift the previous injunction. If the administration has to wait for the appeals process to play out, that could take months. Is there any concern that the launch of executive action could, almost push to the end of the presidency? And is there a plan B for something of a smaller scale or a different legal action?
Well, the thing that's important to remember, Julia, is, and this is something we've talked about a couple of times before, there are a number of elements related to the executive actions that the president announced in November that are being implemented as we speak, that were not related to many of the actions that were included in that announcement were not subject to this specific legal proceeding. There is, however, an important part of those executive actions that are in question in front of the Fifth Circuit, and the Department of Justice is acting expeditiously to process these or to engage in these legal arguments. We feel very confident in the strength of the legal arguments that we're in a position to make, and we're going to make those arguments aggressively, and we're going to urge the court to act quickly to consider them and rule on them. But it's not going to prevent the other aspects of the president's executive actions from moving forward. Okay?